we heard from the mayor of Kiev. We heard his call for help. We heard his determination, his courage to fight. And I have to share, he kept saying, we're fighting for our children. Ukrainians are fighting for the soul of a country, and they're fighting for their children. They're not only fighting for their children, they're fighting for all our children. This is our fight. This is not just Ukraine's fight. This is the world's fight. These are our values that are in jeopardy, and that's why we need to stand together and do everything we can to prevent anything that will support the Russian army. And that is why the mayor that same afternoon made sure he put a motion forward to ensure that any future contracts by the City of Toronto would not be entered with any individual or any firm that had any connections to Russian oligarchs.
Proxy for the women and children whose bodies were abused, dragged through the mud, wiped, dirt, skin torn and torched like the pages of our history, ever burning under Russian fire. We stand here because it could be us, just because we are Ukrainian. You the beasts that raped and tore from the inside the bodies of our women, then set them on fire with gasoline on the side of the road like a spectacle, for show, for your entertainment. That made the children watch their mothers be raped and murdered. That made mothers watch their children be raped and murdered. You, the pollutants of our wombs, are executioners, and we curse you. We stand here, kukushkas, as the Russian would no doubt call us, because we will never cease being that which you most despise, unafraid of your efforts to humiliate, powerful enough to resist you, to empower ourselves and thus disempower you. To reclaim a term that once meant strength, resilience, resistance, before you appropriated it. On our shoulders, we carry the failed efforts of your oppression with heads held high. We stand donning our vinket because we are proud to be Ukrainian. Because the women and children you butchered, whose blood you pointlessly and brutally spilled, will never die. Because we will ensure that their memory will continue to blossom and never be forgotten. That their memory will certainly outlive you. Selfish, uninvited, most unwelcome, most violent. Our chest is the canvas of your defacement, the reflection of your brutality, the mirror to the world. We stand here testament to the genocide of our people, proxy for the rape victims of Russism, witnesses of the ruthless, cold-blooded, systematic murder and rape of Ukrainian people. Earlier today, we left a jar of blood at the Russian consulate because Russia wants our blood. So much it is willing to cut into our children to drink its fill. A cannibal. You may find my language disturbing, unsettling, too direct. But try as hard as I might, there is simply no need to clean terminology to describe the state of our country right now. The precarity of our situation, the life threat of our existence, the price on our heads. I stand here to unsettle you, world, to honor the bodies of Russia's victims with the truth, the tough, brutal, heart-wrenching, gut-churning truth. The world must do more. You must do more. Because if you do not, our women and our children and our people and animals will keep turning up in body bags, raped, carved, and tortured. Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!
Slava nacії!
Thank you to all coming out and demonstrating, contacting your politicians, to all the work that Ukrainian Canadian Congress, national, provincial, municipal, we've been working with our government, and today we are so happy that we were able to, one, have funding, $300 million from the province that will actually offer Medicare, healthcare to new arrivals in Canada, in Ontario. It's a huge step. Thank you so much to the province. The Canadian government this week announced $500 million in arms, and we hear today money is being mobilized to get weapons to Ukraine now. We all made a difference. Keep it up. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. We must maintain the pressure until this war ends and Ukraine prevails. Знова будемо виходити. We'll keep coming. Easter is coming. It's a time of rebirth, of Ukrainians and all Christians celebrating the birth of Christ. Soon we will celebrate the rebirth of Ukraine.
How happy they are to know that Canada is open their doors, open hearts to invite, to welcome them here, to help them in this time, in these difficult times. 1 week ago, we have heard the announcement of Russians that they are withdrawing their troops from Kiev region, from Kiev, from Chernihiv. And Minister of Lies and Disinformation of Russia, Sergei Lavrov, told that that was an act of goodwill. Of goodwill. We know what does it mean, Russians' goodwill. And this is not due to their goodwill. This is the strong will of our armed forces and territorial defense. Their skills, their resilience, their courage. We know what Russians' goodwill and Ruski Mir is bringing. Devastation, deaths, killings, ruin. The war crimes of Russia committed are terrible and shocking. We now see that what happened to Gostomel, to Bucha, 2 days ago, Kramatorsk, civilians have been killed mercilessly. And that is why international community responded in a very firm and univocal way. Russian Federation has been expelled from the UN Human Rights Council. As today, human rights and Russian Federation has nothing in common. 445 Russian diplomats were expelled from the countries worldwide. And unfortunately, only here in Toronto, they feel safe and comfortable. They feel...
Kick Russia out! Kick Russia out! Kick Russia out!
Kick Russia out! Kick Russia out! I was thinking, isn't it insulting that the Consul General of the country, which is bombing Ukraine, Ukrainian cities, which is killing Ukrainian people, women, children, elders, they are still here. Isn't it absurd that Security Council, United Nations Security Council, still have among its permanent members a country which is violating international peace and security, undermining international peace and security? It's a shame. It's a shame.
Shame! Shame!
Shame.
Shame! 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 Shame!
We hope that we will hear a very strong voice of Canada putting legitimacy of Russian membership in United Security Council and restoring the international justice. That aggressor have no right to be there. And разом до перемоги. Ми переможемо, і слава Україні!
Героям слава! Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам! I would like to call to the stage Petros Shurin, President of the Ukrainian Canadian Congress, Toronto branch.
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні! Шановна громадо, дякую знову, що ви вийшли. It's very important that we continue to come out and show Torontonians, show Canada that we are with our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. We will continue to come out. We will continue to organize until Ukraine is free of every Russian soldier.